What is up? Today, we are going to react to this, not new, but probably wondering what I was doing for the past 4 to 5 weeks, or even 7 weeks, or 2 months. I've been busy, and I sort of kind of didn't charge my camcorder, and it was kind of tedious because I did not know how to, try to quit recording past 15 minutes. It goes past 15 minutes, then it stops. I don't know how to stop it. And it's kind of annoying. So I think it's easier to do it this way. But anywho, I'm going to react to this.
So, you've got a Spider-Man adjacent movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we'd make a Madam Web movie.
The word web sounds Spider-Man-y. I'm gonna greenlight this right away. So she's like a female Spider-Man?
No,
Oh.
but this movie is gonna have three girls that eventually become Spider-Women.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, well, they're normal the entire movie, but we will kind of see it once in a flash-forward vision thing.
That's enough for me to heavily lean on in the trailer.
A little misleading.
I believe the term is female-led, not misleading, and she can be any height, really.
Never mind.
So tell me about this Spider-Man movie. We're connected to it. We're a part of that.
Well, at the beginning of the movie, there's going to be a heavily pregnant woman in the Amazon trying to find a spider that gives you superpowers.
How does she know it gives you powers?
By knowing it. But then when she finds it, the bad guy of the movie, Ezekiel, shoots her and steals it.
Oh, very mean. What's this bad guy's deal?
Well, he was in the Amazon with Madam Web's mom when she was researching spiders just before she died.
Oh, good sentence. I'm gonna put that almost verbatim in the trailer.
Thank you. So then these Peruvian spider people save the baby's life.
Another banger of a sentence.
So then, like 30 years later, the baby Cassandra is grown up and working as an EMT in New York City.
How did the Peruvian Amazon spider people ship her back to New York City?
It's, Amazon Prime, I don't care.
Okay.
And her EMT partner is Ben Parker.
That's the guy we're always killing.
Yeah.
Oh man, this movie's gonna be so Spider-Man adjacent. People are gonna love how much this almost involves Spider-Man.
Yeah, and so one day Cassie falls into some water and has a near-death experience.
Those can be fatal.
I mean, no, they're not. But anyway, Cassie develops the ability to see the future, kinda, sometimes.
Oh, she does.
And then one day she has a vision of another EMT dying in a car crash, so she tries to stop him, but he's like, okay, you're crazy, and he drives off anyway and dies.
Didn't she kind of cause that by slowing him down and making him leave later than he would have without her involvement?
Hey, shut up. So then one day she sees a vision of these three girls, and Ezekiel is killing them in a subway.
Why does he want to kill them?
Because he's been having visions of them eventually getting powers and killing him, so he's got to kill them now before they destroy everything he's built.
What has he built?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't written any dialogue for this guy. I figure we just shoot the movie and then I'll figure out something after and we'll just re-record every single one of his lines in ADR.
Won't those not match the actor's lips?
Listen, sir, I don't know how any of this works. So anyway, then Cassie saves the girls.
I don't know about this.
Ezekiel has a Spider-Man looking suit you could put in the trailer.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So Cassie steals a taxi and brings these three girls to the woods in New Jersey, but she hears on the radio that she's now wanted for kidnapping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and she's like, I don't want to be doing this. I hate helping people.
Why did she become an EMT?
Unclear. So then one of the girls mentions that Ezekiel crawled on the ceiling like a spider, so Cassie's like, oh, okay, you three girls stay in these woods. I'm gonna go look at some papers for 3 hours.
What?
Well, see, Ezekiel has access to surveillance cameras all over the place, so the forest really is the safest place for little girls.
Just say that like that.
Anyway, they decide to walk to a nearby diner and dance on some tables.
So they're not traumatized by almost being murdered by a spider person?
No, they want to eat food and flirt with teenage boys.
Well, okay then.
But then somebody in the diner is reading a newspaper with an article about the kidnapping, so he calls the cops.
A newspaper article about a thing that just happened a couple of hours ago in a different state.
Yes, and so then Ezekiel tracks them down.
Uh-oh.
But Cassie has a little vision about this, so she hits him with the stolen taxi.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And then she's gonna teach the three girls CPR, because that's gonna come into play later. It's like Chekhov's CPR class.
Hey, you're doing some three shadowing.
Isn't it foreshadowing?
It's not up to that level, I don't think, no.
That's fair. Anyway, now Cassie has to go to Peru for a dump.
Kind of a long way to go for a bathroom break.
No, it's an exposition dump.
Like she does it on a canvas?
No, she tracks down the spot in the Amazon where her mom died and meets with a dude who was there and gets all the information we in the audience already have.
Oh, okay. How does she find the exact spot?
She had a Polaroid picture of a tree.
Okay, that's basically coordinates.
So she has a vision about her mom, and now she's not mad at her about researching spiders anymore.
Wait, isn't she wanted for kidnapping? How'd she drive a stolen taxi to the airport and get on a plane to Peru?
Well, I mean, airport security was a lot more lax in 2003.
Well, you know, that's famously untrue.
Well-
and how did Ezekiel not track her on all the cameras?
Reasons. Anyway, while she was gone, she left the girls with Ben Parker and his very pregnant sister-in-law, Mary Parker.
She's pregnant with the whole reason we're making these movies.
She sure is, but then Mary goes into very premature labor, so they all have to go to the hospital, including the girls.
I mean, why do the girls need to go too?
So the rest of the movie can happen.
Okay.
So Cassie gets back from Peru and has to go help the girls with her stolen cab.
Wow, well, I mean, this guy's basically evil.
I would like to say this. I am so sorry for poor people to spend their last little bit of money just to see this movie. And I'm not trying to hop on the hate train wagon or whatever you call it, or bandwagon, what you call it. Like, I'm getting bored back here listening to this. Imagine me watching a movie. Yeah. This is boring. My gracious, this sounds like the most boring movie ever. First of all, I'm gonna say this again. And this will probably make some people mad. But Marvel should have quit making movies right after Avengers Endgame. Yes, we would have missed out on Spider-Verse, or not Spider-Verse, but Spider-Man No Way Home, and we probably would have missed Doctor Strange too. But I think they should have quitted on that. Because, again, I am one of those people who don't really like new characters, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, example of this, I quit watching it, I think, right after the end game, because I know that the new characters, I don't want to say suck, I would say more like, I don't know these characters, and I don't really care to learn, and I don't really like reading comic books and stuff like that. I do believe some of those new movies are great, and I do believe that they're trying to get us, not us, but try to get y'all to get into these characters, right? But you can't do it without Iron Man. You can't do it without Captain America. You can't do it without Thor. You still have Thor, though. You can't do it without Black Widow. And they nerfed the Hawk. And you can't do it. You might as well make another alternate universe and try to find actors who can play the part. But even that ain't gonna work. I think they should have ended it right there. Right, they should have ended it right there. Because this movie, Madam Web, sounds kind of boring to me. And the dude's trying to be funny. Don't get me wrong, it's not his fault. And you're trying to tell me you're trying to make a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about these characters other than Spider-Man. That's like, it's like trying to make Resident Evil movie, but in a Vasilian's eyes, or not civilians' eyes, rather than Leon or Jill or Chris, those characters, or trying to make a Silent Hill. I'm getting out of hand with this. What I'm saying is this is boring, and I feel bad for those people. I am so sorry that y'all have spent y'all money on this movie. I am so sorry, but they should have ended it at Endgame, and it would have been one of the greatest franchise that has ever existed. But nope, they're trying to squeeze every money they can.
Spider-Man, and she could just kind of see the future a little bit sometimes. It's going to be tough to fight him.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, now she steals an ambulance and crashes that through a wall into him.
So her powers are seeing the future and then also Grand Theft Auto.
And attempted vehicular homicide with said thefted auto, yeah.
Very cool. Didn't somebody probably need that ambulance, though?
I don't care, so then there's going to be a big final fight.
None of the characters are capable of fighting him, though, right?
That is correct, and there are no more stolen cars in play, so they lure him into a firework factory and set it all up to explode.
I saw that in a cartoon once.
Same here, so Cassie uses her vision powers to help them dodge Ezekiel's attacks, and then also she can be in multiple places at once now.
Oh, she can?
Yeah, the guy back in the jungle told her when you take on responsibility, great power will come.
Oh, that's kind of like the famous line.
Yeah, exactly, but not as good, and that unlocked powers for some reason.
Sick.
And then I figured this is the perfect opportunity for some product placement for your partner, Pepsi.
What, in the middle of a weird firework fight?
Yeah, see, I figure a giant neon Pepsi sign falls on the bad guy and he dies.
Oh.
Just a giant S falling on him, a giant P.
Getting a giant P on you is tight.
And so that's the end of the voiceover bad guy. But then Cassie falls into some water and gets a firework in the face.
Oh.
So it's time for the girls to do some CPR and save her life.
Oh, from the two shadowing.
Yeah, now she's totally fine, except she's blind and in a wheelchair forever.
What, from a firework?
Yeah, but she's perfectly happy. She cracks a little joke about Ben thinking that being an uncle is like all fun and no responsibility, but she knows what's coming.
She knows that he and Peter's parents are gonna die, and instead of saving them, she's joking about it?
Yeah, really funny stuff. And then we're also gonna tease a future where Madam Web and those three Spider Women fight crime together or something.
Yeah, how are they gonna get powers?
Unclear, but won't it be fun to see them all in a future movie together?
Maybe. I don't know these people.
Very fun. So what do you think?
Hey, listen, you plop some Spider-Man related stuff onto film and you've got yourself a movie, I think. I don't really know what superhero fans like.
Let's hope it's this.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't do it. I feel sorry for this franchise too. Like you can't do it. You just can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it without I mean, you can do it. You can bring unknown characters like Peacemaker. I didn't know who Peacemaker was. Until Peacemaker happened. I mean, I saw some few clips of the show of Peacemaker, and John Cena brought John Cena brought that character to life. And there's some ways to do stuff like maybe this is how I would do it. Instead of trying to pull characters randomly and try to do stuff randomly, maybe y'all should do like a character vote. Like show all the Marvel characters, right? And have your fans vote. Right? Which character you think we should do a movie on, like, and then have your fans vote for it. And then guess what? The fans won't be angry. Yes, they'll know what your project is, and the surprise wouldn't be as exciting, but hey, you got some things going. So the fix is do like a character vote. Do like, hey, what movie of a character we should do? Or send a Secret Service, right? Not like Secret Agent, but Secret Service, and have instead of like, what kind of movie would you like for MCU to do, or stuff like that, and you can collect data as you go. That's what I would do. I'll try to collect data instead of pushing characters out that nobody really cares about. But again, I'm sorry for those who brought that movie, not movie, but for those who brought that ticket. Because that is the most boring movie I have ever heard in my entire life. Mike is, where is it? There it is. Oh, 15 minutes long. Dang. Subscribe, like, and subscribe and like and comment.